Thank you, Mr. President. This is a joint statement by Geneva International Center for Justice. In her opening statement, the High Commissioner pointed out the grave human rights situation in Iraq. Madam High Commissioner highlighted the new wave of violence, the deeply alarming sectarian targeting of civilians, impunity and lack of accountability, the deplorable killings in Camp Ashraf, and the fact that Iraqi government continues to periodically execute people in patches. Another matter of grave concern is the health deterioration. In the U.S.-led invasion of Iraq, depleted uranium and white phosphorus were widely used by the coalition forces in breach of international humanitarian law. The medical situation has become so horrific that it is being compared to Hiroshima. Sadly, this tragedy remains largely ignored by the international community, and of even greater injustice, the perpetrators continue to evade responsibility. Iraq is the third largest oil explorer and the second largest oil producer in the world. Billions of dollars were allocated to development and reconstruction, but due to occupation and corruption, schools, hospitals, homes and roads have not been rebuilt. Employment is high, and education and health system are still destroyed, and 23% of the population lives in poverty. I have personally witnessed the travesty of justice that Iraqi endure daily. In February this year, I returned to Iraq for the first time in 15 years. Iraqi people are denied the most basic and fundamental human right. The impact of brutal war, corrupt government, and sectarian divisions are evident throughout Baghdad. This is further supported by numerous statements and submissions that this Council has heard, including statements by some of the victims of human rights violations that are occurring in Iraq. Iraq has endured 12 years of sanctions, 2 wars, and 10 years of occupation, while the international community has watched in silence. Accountability for abuses committed by the coalition forces and under al-Maliki administration remains almost non-existent. Finally, justice must be seen to be done. The silence and inaction of the UN and the international community are no longer tolerable nor condonable. It is time for the United Nations to follow the countless calls and uphold special rapporteur for the severe human rights violation in Iraq.